Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to my entry for the Great Guitar Build-Off Kit Competition of 2022. For those of you following along, this is episode number of more than 2 in the series. In this video, we're going to create a new template for the neck pocket, as well as figure out the bridge position and possibly make a decision upon how the pickup is going to be mounted into the body. Still haven't quite decided yet if we're going to do a straight on 90 degrees to the strings or if we're going to give it a little angle like some of the other makers in the past have done. So with that, let's get started. Okay, before we get too far into what I wanted to do today, one thing I wanted to definitely try out is let's try and mount the neck to this template real quick. Just kind of get a feel for what the guitar is going to feel like, basic dimensions wise. The weights aren't going to be accurate because this template's going to be a lot lighter than the final body is going to be, so there's certainly going to be a lot of neck dive. That shouldn't be a problem in the final build, but I just want to get a feel for how comfortable the body is to sit down and play with, and just the general feel of upper fret access and those types of things. So I'm just going to take the neck, put it on the body, and just get a couple little quick clamps and clamp the neck on. That's kind of how it's going to feel. Bridge is right there. It's not too bad holding it that way. See how it feels when I sit down with it. Yep, these clamps aren't holding it too well. Because of this top horn here, there's not enough room for me to get one of these clamps through here, but that's okay. Just getting the general idea. And my middle finger comes right here. There's plenty of room. That feels pretty good. I think I'm happy with that. Alright, since we know that the body is fairly comfortable, I'm going to go ahead and move forward. So what we want to do is get a nice template for this neck heel. And to do that, I have this other template from a Super Strat style guitar, and the neck pocket fits very well on the Charvel neck. However, this has been damaged, so I need to use this to try and make a new template and get a nice fit. Okay, so once again, we're going to be working with MDF. I have the remainder of that quarter sheet that I used to create the body template, and we're going to go ahead and make the routing template for the neck and the pickup and the bridge. So since I have this Super Strat template and I know this neck pocket works really well, I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I do have the neck template for the same kit, or the same guitar basically. So we can see that this neck pocket, or this template, it was made for this particular neck pocket. So I'm going to put this up against my actual neck and see how accurate this is, because this will allow me to actually trace out a very clean curve here where it's actually messed up from the router before. So we have the neck, and then let's just they're similar. The curve is about the same, but this particular heel is marginally smaller than the Charvel. Let me flip it this way so it's a little more like, just so the headstock's match and it looks pretty. So, I mean, this is pretty accurate. So I think what I can do actually is I will use this template. I'll use the actual body template here to trace these sides out, because when I do that, they fit a little bit tighter on the actual neck. But then when I need to repair this bottom edge here, I'll use the neck template because this curve matches correctly. That way I should be, between these two templates, I should be able to get a new one that I can use to make a real tight fit on the new neck. So, how do we want to do this? All right, I think that's good. We've got neck pocket. We've got the pickup. We've got at least the bridge line. And we've got the bridge cavity. Bought these a while ago as guides. Have not used them. So, why not? Alright, that seemed to work fairly well. Not that it matters too much, but I am curious how square that was. My guess is not terribly. Well, my guess would be wrong. That's that's right on. That is absolutely square to this corner. And, you know, this is all jacked because I ripped it off. But that's good to know. So now I could actually do another cut that way, clean this up, make that pretty square. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, we have the basics of our template drawn out. So now what I want to do is basically cut this out, and then, boy, I think right now I just want to cut this out and make sure I get a good neck template. After that, we'll see what happens. But for me right now, that's the critical piece. That's what needs. This is the piece I don't have. I have other humbucker routes or templates. I have other bridge templates. I can piece those all together if I need them. But what I don't have is a good neck pocket template for my neck. So that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to worry about the future. So with that, it's time to will a bandsaw into existence. Wow, would you look at that? It works. All right, so we're going to cut out this neck pocket, and then from there we'll clean it up on the, I don't know yet. Don't know. Definitely need to clean it up. Might be able to use the router to clean up the edges, but I'm going to cut most of it out with the bandsaw for now. Alright, so we have this basically cut out. Just need to probably mount some boards here. I think what I'm going to do is going to mount some straight edges on this, and then use that with a bearing bit to guide the router, at least on the edges here. And then for the curve, I don't know yet. I'll figure that out when it's time. Alright, so I got a couple of pieces of scrap here just to hold this up off the table. And these curves they've got, it actually works great to keep everything out of the way. So I am going to need to clamp this down, and then I'll be putting some straight edges along here so I can take a bearing bit and get all these cleaned out. So one thing I could do actually is mount this on here. Yeah. If I use this, I can actually get the two straight edges, and I'll put a stop on there so I don't. Well, that won't work. No, I won't put a stop. I will do CA glue and tape trick here. Let that sit for a while, and I'm going to prep my router. So I think a 1/4 inch bit is about what you need in that corner. Yeah, that looks about right. The bearing will ride right on there. So I could take, on this side I can take it all the way across here along the center, up to the center line. And then this side I can take it down to about here. I put a line on there so I can see, don't go past here. Right. So in theory, that's about as far as I can go on this side. However, I might be able to just, once I get that done, just flip this over and get the other side. But let me see if this is cutter. So I'll write it up here. That cutter will barely reach all the way down. That's fine. I'd rather take 2 passes. So I decided I'm going to use my trim router for this. Boy, I'm going to have to use it at a weird angle to get across. Yeah, this will work. Okay, template is dried. So now we're going to set the depth on this guy, make sure I'm not going to do the same thing again. I don't want to chew up the template like I did last time. Actually, I think this will work right here. All right, and so with that, let's see what. So now, the next step, got to get this corner cleaned out nicely. So I think I'm gonna try just flipping this template and Okay. Alright, so there is like a little bit of a point in here. But I think I'm just going to carefully sand that down, because what I don't want to do is go over the center line and get into the damaged part of the neck pocket on the other side. So I'm going to take the template off. Get a basic test fit for the neck. It's a little tight, it's fine. I can tweak it. But yeah, that's what I was looking for. So now, I'm going to take one of these little 240s here. There it is. That neck is in the pocket. If I take those clamps off, it's in there. Okay, so one thing I want to try is to get this guy in here. Okay, and then needs a little clearance. So how much? Oh, I don't know. That's probably good. No, I'll measure it. Let's see. Just gonna give it a little. So that's the line. Yeah, something like that. And then probably needs a little space. Okay, I think that can basically be free-handed, like this. Just going to clamp in a couple of stops. So I don't want it to go past here. In that direction, I don't want it to go past there. Oh, this is too big. Oh, actually, I can turn it. It's too big. Too small. Just like that. So here's the thing. If this is too small, I can move these out just a little bit and make it bigger. Oh, buddy. That is in there. All right. So you can look from the back. See, that's a pretty good neck pocket. I mean, it's holding up the template. That's exactly what I was looking for right there. And got the spoke nut just perfect. All right, that is awesome. I am very pleased with that. Go ahead and take this junk off. All right, so there we have it. We have 2 sets of templates. This is the body template, and then this is the one that will go on top after the body's cut out, so I can route out the neck pocket. At this point, I'm honestly still undecided if I want to mount the pickup straight on. Let's just take a look. You know, do I want to do this pickup straight on like this, very typical, or do I want to give it a little something like that? I don't know. If anyone's watching, maybe say something in the comments. What do you think? Straight or angled? I don't have any guitars that have angled humbuckers, so maybe that'd be kind of cool, but I already kind of know that I like this pickup when it's straight on, so maybe go with what I know. That's just hard to say right now. So, I don't know. Let's figure it out together. Yay. Kumbaya. So, for the next steps, next steps are some serious decisions. Am I going to angle the pickup, or am I going to leave it straight on? And then at that point, we'll finish writing out this template. And then it might be time to start cutting out the body itself. I mean, really, I could cut out the body now using the template. There's nothing stopping me from doing that before I make decisions on the pickup. But I haven't decided yet. So, since I have too many decisions to make, and I'm too indecisive to make it. I think we'll call it a day here. Thanks for watching, and please continue.